Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, Butterfly Effect. Today I will be reading for the sign of Pisces. This will be for Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising. Do be mindful that this will not resonate with everyone. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This will be for Pisces for the month of November. I feel like a lot of you guys are really undecisive or indecisive about something. I do feel like this is a life-changing matter, and it's causing you to not really be able to make a firm decision. Pisces, you're not able to make a decision because you're more worried about how this decision is going to affect others rather than how it's going to affect you. You feel yourself evolving and upgrading, and you're detaching from a lot of people and a lot of things that was once familiar to you. And it do feel uncomfortable, but you know it's for the best. So even though you may have turned your back and removed some of the people out of your life, or some of the things that wasn't sitting right, could have been bad habits. People, bad habits, could be a work environment, but the things that you have removed out of your life or that you've turned your back to, I feel like you've turned your back to those things, but you haven't fully released those things within. Even though you know that you're making the right decision and this is aligned with your life purpose, it's still hard for you to mentally let go, even though you have physically let go. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Pisces for the month of November? I don't know if you're indecisive about letting someone back into your life. Because I do see that you were heartbroken, and I do see a masculine energy that were not giving you what you needed out of a relationship. Poor communication, third party situation, a lot of sleepless nights. I do see a lot where either you, if this is your energy, as I stated, take what resonates. But if this is for cross watcher, just take whoever it fits for. If it's for you or for, your significant other. But I do see a lot of broken promises, sleepless nights, not able to trust. And I feel like you knew these things even in the midst, before you seen proof, you knew something wasn't right. Pisces, I feel like you may have followed this person, but you were seeking balance in the relationship and it wasn't balanced. I feel like this person mainly took from you. This person took from you. I feel like you were perfectly fine, but the person added some things to you as well. But the relationship wasn't balanced. You were giving more than you were receiving. And you continued to give because of a perception that you had of this person. The potential that you saw in this person, it wasn't real. It was an illusion that you created in your head about this person. And now you know, because with the renegade, you're not able to deny how you feel. You're not able to deny the truths. So now you have decided to move away from this person to get the balance and to get what you rightfully deserve. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Pisces? And I feel like this relationship lasted for a long time as well. There was time invested in this. I feel like you were so blocked. You were unable to see all the opportunities that were in front of you. You were so focused on what was not going right, but now um, you're starting to see that your thoughts are very powerful. I feel like a lot of you guys are thinking about things or saying that you want certain things, and before you know it's there. Prime example, um, you may be walking and you see someone, or you see a car of someone that you may know, and you thinking to yourself, like, if this such and such, I'm going to ask them for a ride. But you get to the car and you realize that's not that person. So you walk on down the road a little bit further, and then boom, out of nowhere, this person pulls up at the stoplight and offers you a ride. You are starting to see things manifest very fast. So now you're starting to recognize and know that you got to get control of your thoughts, because if you don't get control of your thoughts, then you can manifest some things that you don't truly want. So if your mind state is, if you're in a complete positive mind state, and you're able to redirect your thoughts if a negative thought comes your way, then you are more likely to manifest the things that you truly desire. So don't focus on the things that you don't want. You got to focus on the things that you do want. For Pisces, this is definitely a time of healing, because I do feel like a lot of you guys have your own spiritual gift, but you're not going to be able to access your full power, because if you're a healer, the first person that you're going to have to heal is yourself. So if you're a healer and you know you are a healer and that is your calling, you are your first patient. And this may not resonate with everyone, but you know who you are. You know the connection that you feel with the divine. Pisces, I feel like you're very strong, and you came a very long way, and you dealt with a lot of trauma. Even though you've been blinded by a lot of situations and a lot of things that you have experienced, you still persevere and move through, even when it looked like things wasn't working out in your favor. And the divine is, and the universe is rewarding you for that, because you never gave up. You kept pushing through even when time was hard. I feel like a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of shadow work, working on yourself. And the more you work on yourself, the more you bring what's destined for you to you. If you're ready for love and you're wanting a certain type of partner, then you know that there's certain things that you have to work on to be able to meet that partner halfway, or to be not halfway, because I don't believe in 50-50. I believe in 100-100, but to each his own. But you know you got to bring what you want, because if you go into a new relationship fearful, then you're going to get the same thing that you're healing from right now, Pisces. And we cannot have that, because I do see new interests coming. But I do feel for a lot of you guys that you are still holding on to your ex, or the person that you are trying to detach from. In some way, shape, or form, you're still holding on to that person. So you have not completely cut all ties. And you can't get anything new if you're still holding on to the old. I feel like maybe you guys are still in some kind of contract. Maybe you guys were married, or either you guys have children together. So therefore, you know, in some way, shape, or form, you guys still have to communicate. But I do feel like somebody's not getting sleep. Somebody's worried about what's going on. And I don't feel like it's you, Pisces. I feel like your significant other The masculine energy is really realizing, like the things that they've done and how twisted and screwed it was. But they know there's nothing they can do about it. Because I do see someone, yes. This person may have felt bound to you in some way. I don't know if it's because you guys may have children together, or y'all may have been buying a house together, or it's something that you guys were doing together that wasn't easily to just separate, where it kept you guys feeling stuck and felt like you had to be with each other. But then now that you're not together, you both are finding ways to be able to balance this out without completely hurting each other any more than it already has been. You know that you guys both have to agree to disagree, and separate all the things that you do have combined to each other, because if you're going to cut all ties, then you need to cut all ties. For Pisces, I do see we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So I do feel like you have let go of the heartache, or you're letting go of the heartache this month. Before the month end, you will be accepting what is and not stuck on what could have been. I do feel like you're going to grow spiritually, mentally, physically through the situation. And you know that as well, because you feel very uncomfortable, and you know everything that's ever been in the dark or been uncomfortable is usually because it's growing or it's changing. And change is not always bad. Change is all about the perception that you have on life, on the situation. I feel like you are really starting to accept the fact that you know that every decision that you made and choices that you made, you are now holding yourself accountable for them, but you're not beating yourself up because of them. There's a lot of growth in December for you guys. I do feel that you're going to meet someone, and you may I'm not going to say that you're going to question that person, but you may be a little hesitant. But it's not going to be easy for you to be hesitant, because this person is really balanced and experienced. And I do feel like this person, the bond that you two will share instantly, is not going to be a way for you to deny what you feel or what this person feels. But I do want to advise you, Pisces, take what you've learned and utilize what you've learned in this new connection. Speak up for yourself. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Pisces? Yeah, I feel like it's time for you to practice forgiveness. And the more you practice forgiveness, the more you will feel free, and the less troubles you will have to focus on. I do feel like, decisions do have to be made. But I also feel, Pisces, that you will receive some good news in regards to something that you've been working on. It could be in regards to a promotion, or something in regards to a skill or something that you've been learning. You could be graduating, or you could be receiving a certificate. Or you could be starting something new, or learning something new. But now it's a great time for you to plan ahead, Pisces. Set your intent, and make sure your intentions are pure for what it is that you're wanting. I do feel like you're very excited about something, Pisces, this month. Could be a new venture that you're excited about, Or some of you guys may be taking a trip or visiting your family, and you could be excited about that. And Pisces, I also feel like a lot of you guys are very spiritual, so you are extremely excited because you know your family are going to be asking you a whole bunch of questions about about astrology and about your spirituality and your journey, and you are prepared. But I also feel like you are the black sheep of the family, so you do stand out. And some of you guys may, for a handful of you guys, you may have not have seen your family in a while, and this may be the first time that you see them, so you are a little nervous about meeting, about meeting up with them again, because you know they were so judgmental at one point. I don't think you're really worried about what they're going to say. You're just worried about um, the energy, because you've learned how to cope and deal with certain things, so you know how to deal with them, but you don't necessarily want to have to deal with them if it's going to be extra or it's going to be drama. But I do feel like this is a great month for growth and understanding and truths. Your truths and truths of others, accepting yourself and understanding yourself. Trusting the divine, trusting and not trying to make something happen that's not meant to happen, letting things happen on its own terms. I feel like a lot of you guys will see a lot of the things that you're wanting manifest and come faster by the full moon. And I do feel like, Pisces, that you do have a lot of options, and that might be why it's hard for you to make a decision on this Lover's card here. And that's not in regards to an ex, but you have multiple options here. With you being the star and shining like the star, you're gonna receive so many options. And I know sometimes you guys can be indecisive, so it may make it harder for you, but go with what feels right for you and what feels normal, not something that feels forced. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Until next time, Pisces, live, love, and learn. I hope this helped you guys. Please feel free to comment, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you will be notified the next time a video is uploaded. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.